It has been so long since I've done a tea tasting of a new tea, like a month, I think, that I'm getting withdrawals. So I have this Jade Oolong. It says it's a rare high tea mountain oolong tea from Taiwan. So I'm super excited to try it. It's from Elmwood Inn, and it says a half teaspoon per 8-ounce cup. But I'm going to do my traditional, where I'm going to measure out my ounces. I have 4.9 ounces, close enough to 5. And here's what the tea looks like. It smells good, so I'm super excited. So the color of the liquid is really pale. It smells wonderful though. This is lightly oxidized, so I think I'm at 86 Celsius, 185. There's after one short steep. I usually do 20 seconds, but I think I did more like 40. I always love watching the oolong as I pour water over it, the rolled or the balled ones, and watching them swirl around. And with each steep, watching the leaves unfurl and change. So here's after the second steep. We see we have still got some unfurling and tasting to go. I did find a stick or two in there. I'm doing my tasting with my hubby, and you can see how beautiful this tea looks as it's brewing in the water, and it's about the 6th infusion, so it's really unfurled. Here's the leaves as they're fully unfurled, and you can see nice full leaf I pulled out of there. This looks like a high quality tea to me, because I love teas when I can do that. And that's why I love oolongs, the rolled and balled oolongs, because I love watching them go from a little bitty balled thing to a full leaf. So after many steeps, after the leaves have opened up, I'm getting more of a golden color than the pale color. So hubby's got him some lemon ladyfinger cookies to go with breakfast. And I think this is about the 12th steep, and it's still going, which is a sign of a really good tea. Wanting to taste the next tea, but yet I'm wanting to finish these leaves. So we're having a really relaxing Saturday morning. So here's my tasting notes for the Jade Oolong. And when I think of jade, I'm always trying to associate what I can relate with to words. And I think of the jade stone that is made with jewelry. And so I think of green, but this really is also known as YU. I'm thinking that's the way it's pronounced. I should find out. Oolong, because it's from the Yushan Mountains. And of course, mountains are green with all the trees. This is from Elmwood Inn Fine Teas in Kentucky. I tasted date August 6th of 2021 was when I first tasted it. It's an oolong. So I have here in question mark Mingjian, because there's two spellings. The first one was what was on the website or package. And I'm thinking it may have been a typo because there's a J in it when I Googled it. Maybe it has two spellings. Nantu
Nantao County, Taiwan. And I'm learning that I really like Taiwan oolongs. First, I like how they taste, but I also love the balled and rolled tightly uh, oolongs because I find them very relaxing. I find that as I pour water over them and see them spin around in the gaiwan, that's pleasing, and also it takes several steeps for them to slowly unfurl, and it's just relaxing sitting watching it do that as I steep things. Anyway, I see some sellers place Jade Oolong in the Tungting Mountain, so I had to look that up. And the Tungting or Dongding Mountain is in the Lugu region of Namtao County in central Taiwan. Please remember, I'm not an expert on spelling, and I didn't pronunciation, and I did not look these up. I try to remember to do that, and sometimes I don't. But I found that that was awesome, that the Tongting Mountains were in the same county, so it just helped me to see how all of the websites, even though they looked different and conflicting, that they are all accurate. They've just picked out different ways of highlighting this region. Now, it's interesting because I have had Tongting tea, and that's also from the Tungting Mountain. So I'm wondering if this jade is very similar to that. I almost need to put the two of them side by side uh, and taste those together in a comparison. So here's the Mingjian Township in Nantao or Nantou County. That's where that's located in the county. And then near the bottom is the red outline of the Mingjiam Township. So right here you kind of see this is the top of Taiwan, and it's right there in that location. And then this is zoomed in. Um, the Mingjian borders another county. So you see here the county line, and if you zoom it out even more, it's in this region right here. So processing, it's lightly oxidized, so it's closer to a green tea, which is always important, I think, with oolongs. I learn more and more often that if it's oxidized lightly more toward a green tea, you want to lower your temperature of your water. If it's more oxidized toward a dark oolong, like a black tea, you can raise your temperatures. It's loosely rolled. From the website, it says it's lightly oxidized and rolled, and uh, the rolled oolong with hints of green tea is a perfect choice for those who are beginning their journey in superior Formosa oolongs. I guess I should have looked up what Formosa is. I've heard that word before, and I think I've learned about it before, but I can't tell you while I'm recording. So go look that up. It's always fun to learn. But I love how it says, sip this delicious liqueur as you contemplate all things bright and beautiful. I love that little part of the tasting notes, so I underlined it. That's what I like to do when I relax with tea. Here's something else I learned. Jade Oolong was officially named Thai for Taiwan, Cha for tea, Thai Cha number 13. So in 1982 by the Tea Research and Extension Station, TRES. And so it was one of the very successful varietal developed during this time, along with Zhenjuan and Four Seasons Jasmine Oolong. I should take off that link. I don't keep those in my notes. But from this website here, it says CUI, is that Chewy? U, also called, and then it's got this name, Chewy, Chew, something like that. So it actually has these three names as well. So this tea has got like 5 names. So you might find it in different names in different websites as they sell it, and know that they are all the same. So this Thai Cha number 13 is a cultivar, and that's a variety of the Camellia sinensis plant. So and it says it's locally grown, mainly in the plains of Nantou region, which we've learned. So the color, for the shorter steeps, I had it as pale, but as I had longer steeps and as the leaves opened up more, the color actually changed to a more golden color on my spectrum of colors that I've created. Aroma, I love the smell, and I'm not picking up the floral. Everybody wrote that there was floral in there, but I couldn't pick it up. I got earthy with a roasted smell, and I love roasted teas. And I was also thinking nutty came to mind, but I wasn't sure what nut. And body was 1, light, very light, almost water-like. Astringency was 1, smooth, low. I like astringencies in 1 or 2 category of my categories, and 2 is my favorite, but I also like smooth. Taste. Now there wasn't much taste. It was a very subtle roasted flavor. And I feel as if this tea is consistent with the aroma from taste to finish, which is always a sign of high quality to me. I always love rolled and balled oolongs when I pour the water over them. Oh, I already talked about that, but then I wrote it. So most of the taste is in the finish, and it is more of an airy lingering. So because there's that kind of describes the tea itself. The tea was nice, but it was not that exciting. I would certainly drink it again, but it's nothing that I'm like drawn to drink again. It's like not real memorable. Hubby really liked it and said he would give it 5 hearts, but for me, I only gave it 4. And I would buy it again, and I would recommend it though.